Request Network partners with Maker. South Korea hints at a central bank-issued digital currency. Big Four giant PwC invests in VeChain. The city of Berkeley plans an ICO. Physical Bitcoin banknotes launched in Singapore to drive adoption. Bitmain to release an ASIC miner for Zcash. Dubai aims to be the first city powered by blockchain. And Oscar Mayer's Bitcoin was plagiarized? We've got all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. Welcome back, FUD Nation. Just before we hop in here, I wanted to prove to you guys that I really did buy a microphone. I've been having this microphone. It doesn't freaking work. I've done all the stuff to it. It's not working. I'm returning it. I'm getting another one. Sorry for the trouble, guys. The audio is getting upgraded. It's been a journey, but we'll figure it out. Obviously, as we dive into these charts, we can see that the market's pretty much holding here a little bit over the $450 billion mark. We can see as we switch the biggest gainers and losers, we have 0x is really pumping here along with Matrix AI Network. So the reason why Matrix AI is really pumping is they have just signed a strategic partnership with this $900 billion project called Belt and Road. The One Belt, One Road initiative is actually an initiative by the Chinese government to essentially reinstate the global trade routes that were sort of native to the Silk Road economic belt or the maritime Silk Road, essentially streamlining international trade and allowing for friction-free commerce across that side of the world and probably beyond. This is an incredible global infrastructure project by China that can't be overstated. Apparently, this is almost $1 trillion project that they're really allotting a ton of resources and time and energy to. This is a huge deal, and apparently Matrix is formally now working with it. So obviously we don't know the full extent of how Matrix is going to integrate with this project, and I guess this project is pretty open-ended in the way it's described as well. However, this is an extremely big revelation, and if Matrix starts becoming integral in this almost $1 trillion project, well, we can see its value ballooning and becoming very much so, much larger than it is right now. At any rate, this is why Matrix is pumping. Very good news for the Man Fam and anyone holding Matrix AI. We just got word that Maker and Request Network are going to be partnering to introduce DAI, the stablecoin on Maker's network, into the Request Network framework. Of course, Request is a very simple sort of PayPal equivalent. They want to be PayPal for crypto, essentially allowing for anyone to send or receive requests, invoices, bill people, extremely user-friendly, and to really bridge the gap for consumer adoption online. Of course, MakerDAO's DAI coin is a stablecoin that's reputed as one of the better stablecoins in the environment. And of course, stablecoins are very much so necessary. I know nobody likes to admit this or come to terms with this, but stablecoins are very much so a necessary part of our economy. Again, just very bullish and very good news for Request, which is really looking to be the PayPal of this new generation. And the South Korean central bank is hinting at once again at a digital currency, a central bank digital currency. So we don't have any final word yet. They're going to announce an update at the end of June, but they've been studying this, and we've heard about this month over month. So we know that this has been on their radar, and we wouldn't be surprised to see this come in at some time during 2018, if not early 2019. This is where the world is going. We can see it happening in China, in South Korea, in the United States, and very rapidly we could see it happening across the world. PwC, one of the biggest investment groups in China, has just invested into VeChain. So essentially, PricewaterhouseCoopers Hong Kong and PwC Singapore revealed that as a part of their larger strategic partnership, the two subsidiaries of PricewaterhouseCoopers bought an ownership interest in VeChain, mainly to utilize the Internet of Things network of VeChain to assist large-scale business. What's really interesting about this investment is it seems by the nature of it that PricewaterhouseCoopers intends to actually use these VEN tokens to access the VeChain network. Although we all love this internet money that we're all getting rich from, the reality is that this is more about real products that affect the world. This isn't just about creating new ways, new investment schemes. Cryptocurrency is about tech that affects the world, and so seeing investors, big investors like PricewaterhouseCoopers, deciding that they want to invest because of the utility of the network, because of the utility of the token, well, that warms my heart, and that gives us a lot to look forward to for the next generation of cryptocurrencies. And Berkeley has announced that it's actually going to do its own ICO. Berkeley City Council voted unanimously to push for exploring the uses of blockchain, and specifically the use of an initial coin offering or an ICO to raise money in an unconventional way for the city. This is a way to circumvent a conventional multi-bond offering. Berkeley's mayor added that this also helps them avoid dealing with Wall Street and going for other types of debt vehicles, and this just allows for a much more pure raising of money. Obviously, as this progresses and develops, it might inform decision-making by a ton of local governments across the United States and beyond, so it's a very interesting story, and we'll keep you updated. Now, everybody raise your right hand if you've been asked by someone if you can hold Bitcoins. For me, I get asked all the time. The number one question I get asked by typically slightly older people interested in cryptocurrencies is, can you hold them? And it just reminds me so much of this 60 Minutes clip when they're interviewing Jeff Bezos. at Amazon headquarters in 1999, and they're all talking about, but you can't smell the book, you can't pick up the book, you can't hold it. And it just reminds me of this gap. And people do feel more comfortable with things that they can touch and hold and see. And for that reason, I think it's quite brilliant that people are introducing some physical notes. Someone has introduced these in Singapore, and I think it's great. And to me, this is a part of adoption that I could see being very interesting and potentially very successful. Bitmain announces a Zcash ASIC miner. However, is the deal as good as it seems? Zcash was previously ASIC resistant, but now apparently Bitmain has figured out a way to work around that, much like it did with Ethereum. What's really happening here is that people just genuinely don't trust Bitmain, as everyone knows that Bitmain privately begins mining with their equipment way before they offer it to the public, and that they have so many more miners that as soon as they ship them, as soon as these miners get shipped and everything goes, they just start turning their mining power on, and the difficulty gets so crazy. So you have to essentially calculate a minuscule fraction of what it seems like you're going to get. And it usually isn't as good of a deal as it seems. Honestly, Bitmain's last release with the X3 was absolutely atrocious. So hopefully this is not as bad as that, but regardless, I'll probably be staying away, and I would encourage you all to be very skeptical. And Dubai announces that it plans to be a leader in the blockchain revolution. Not only do they plan to completely phase out all paper transactions, not just paper money, but paper transactions in general, meaning files, storage, everything now is going to be on blockchain and digital. Beyond requiring that all applicable government activities be conducted on the blockchain, they're also one of the most forward-looking for services and consumer-facing services and uses of cryptocurrency, and starting to put these and require that they be accepted everywhere. So Dubai is really going to become a mecca, a hub of financial technology, specifically cryptocurrency and blockchain. This is amazing, as Dubai is one of the most forward-looking cities in the world. They're trying to compete with Las Vegas, New York, everywhere. They're really trying to be the most luxurious getaway, the casinos, the glam, the business, the future, the financial technology. This just shows that blockchain is going to be a battleground for international influence. And we can expect that the most important municipalities in the world will start turning towards blockchain for efficiency and, of course, to increase their global hegemony, their global influence. And say it ain't so, Oscar Mayer Bitcoin is plagiarized. Can you believe that? To be honest, I can totally believe this. Oscar Mayer was just looking for an easy marketing ploy, and they were like, bacon, Bitcoin. I don't think that they genuinely went and plagiarized this guy's work, but apparently Bitcoin had already existed. It was this other engineer who's 27 who had created it back in 2014. This was probably in like the Dogecoin era, where people were making like meme coins, like Kanye West and stupid stuff like that. Bitcoin is a natural sort of, I guess, progression for coins when you're trying to think of something funny, especially if you're a bacon lover, which we all know that there's a lot of ride or dies for bacon. At any rate, I just thought this was funny that Oscar Mayer is now being hit with a cease and desist on their complete joke campaign. Anyway, crypto lols. Big shouts out to you guys, FUD Nation, everyone who rocks with this channel and supports so hard. It gives me the motivation each and every day. May the 4th be with you guys. Shouts out to all my Star Wars fam. If you're new to this channel, my name's Elio Trades, and we do crypto vids each and every day, so we encourage you to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and you'll be made aware whenever we put out content. Obviously, the episode is over, but we want to continue this conversation down in the comments. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with me today on FUD TV, and I'll catch you very soon on the next episode.